Welcome, squeakers and squeakettes, to another bi-weekly episode of Pocket Cast, a podcast where Fletcher and I talk about the mundane and trivial, and maybe even a little bit about an NDS game that we've been playing lately. This last, technically week, we played Kirby Squeak Squad.
Squeak, squeak.
Squeak, squeak, motherfucker. My first full-fledged Kirby game.
Welcome.
Yeah, honestly, I really underestimated it.
Oh, I know you. I know. I did. I think everyone does. It's fair. It's totally fair. The first couple levels too totally trick you.
Oh yeah, it's super. Like I'm holding a candle to Mario throughout this whole thing, right? And there's not much going on here. It's some really gentle platforming.
But it's not about platforming, right?
No, it's not at all.
I thought about talking to you because I remember starting to play it and being like, if you're thinking about Mario, you're not going to experience this the correct way. I mean, you can just totally just jump through the level. You don't have to. You never have to fly, really. I mean, there may be a couple parts where you have to fly up a little bit, but
true.
Kirby is like the funniest. I think most people, their first introduction to Kirby is Super Smash Bros.
I did. There was a Kirby game for the N64 at a McDonald's Play Place. I remember when I was a child. I didn't get to play it, but I got to watch 3 other kids play it for like 2 minutes apiece. So, but other than that, yeah, 100% would have been Smash.
Yeah, that was, I think, probably my first experience with Kirby was Smash. And I remember always having the like friends that would say like you can't play as Kirby. Like Kirby's off limits.
Yeah, he's too OP.
Yeah.
You can't play as Kirby. Motherfucker can float all day. He's got that ridiculous down B attack.
Well, and even before you know that like down B and the how to really play Smash,
sure.
He is because he can float, because he can fly. He is automatically OP as fuck.
Like, dude, and I'm going to tell you right now, I was probably at least 2 hours into this game before I realized that the limit on how many times you can float jump is just a Smash thing. It's not.
Yeah, they had
Kirby in his own universe can do whatever the fuck he wants in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could literally float through an entire level.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally. The reason I feel like he's OP too, as far as the fighting mechanics come, is because it's made by the same person that made Kirby.
Oh, shit. That makes... Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Dude, what is a Kirby, by the way?
I don't...
Is there...
I was wondering the same thing, because I was thinking about, if you're listening to this and you have no idea who Kirby is, and you've never seen a Kirby game, like, to break it down as far as mechanics go, he's a pink blob, I think, filled with air. Like nothing really,
sure,
you know, and he just vacuums people in, and then he just takes them in, and it kills them, right? I would say.
I mean, yeah, damn, when you put it that way,
and then he takes their powers if they have powers worth taking.
That, or he just craps out their soul into a voidless,
into a star, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So he's like doing some godlike shit almost.
Dude, on the page of the Mario comparison, like Kirby is a literal god or demi-god or something. Like Mario is just like, I bounce on fools' heads and jump in pipes.
I went down the wrong pipe one day.
Yeah, Kirby's like, I suck people's souls. Like I suck out their essence and I weaponize it.
Yeah.
Like Mario doesn't really have attacks.
I also create stars.
Yeah, dude, it's like somehow they took the platforming like element and seemingly simplified it.
Oh yeah.
But then at the same time, like as you progress and like you get into some of these harder levels, you realize the game does not very often let you backtrack. Like once you pass a gate or a door, most oftentimes, like if you're like, oh, I fucked that up, I wanted to go through a different one or something, you have to repeat the level.
I think
it depends.
I think it's fair to call it like a puzzle platformer.
Something like that,
and
yeah.
It's more the focus on the puzzle, as well as when you go into a level, it will sometimes offer you an enemy right away that has the fire ability.
Sure.
And so you'll take him, boom, now you're well prepped for this level because they want you to have fire. But then they will, near the end, you'll have realized that you might have missed, you should have given up the power you have and taken a different enemy's power, because that's how to get to the treasure or the other exit, or you know what there's different ways to get through the level. You can absolutely, through most of the game, I feel like, float and avoid enemies. It's probably harder in some parts rather than just attacking them.
Yeah, sure.
But
for the most part, yeah, you could absolutely just fly through the entire level and just go through the end.
You won't get all the special extras and shit like that.
True.
But I don't know. I feel like that's somewhat solo to this, but there's always extra like stars and things to get. And then at the end of the level, you see like, oh, I missed one thing or something like that. And then there's that completionist that comes out, and
yeah, they did. There's a lot of different like knickknacks and things that you could, like collectibles essentially, that you can, go after, which I thought was really interesting. Because again, I'm drawing a direct correlation to Mario, and that. I mean, when you get into like the 3D Mario games, sure, the collectibles are pretty huge, but I don't remember that ever being like a massive component of just the 2D Mario adventure platformers or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think so. I feel like my experience with my first experience with like Super Mario Bros. Was on the Game Boy Color, and there were kind of collectibles where like you could like find all the Yoshi eggs that were hidden throughout.
Sure,
but it was very low. There wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
To it.
Well, and even if you consider like red coins and stuff like that, or coins in general, like
sure.
I mean, yeah, you get enough coins, you get another life or a higher score. But this one, I mean, there's seemingly like a permanent unlockable upgrades for some of the different items / abilities, that you can get, which is pretty cool.
As well as game modes, like there's a boss rush mode that you can unlock.
Sick feature, by the way. That's super cool.
Yeah,
love that. So the DS game has a mechanic that I'm guessing is unique to the NDS game that we just played, where the second screen basically represents Kirby's stomach.
Yes.
And you can suck in and hold up to 5 different things and then just tap them to use them or combine them.
Yeah.
But I feel like in traditional Kirby games, like you have one item at a time.
Yeah, that's what I recall to my experience. Yeah.
So there's definitely that like item juggling factor, which adds to the puzzle element quite nicely.
Yeah, even more so. You can kind of plan out. And then if you find yourself at the boss and having issues, you can go back to previous levels and play through them, keeping in mind what power-ups you're trying to get for that boss.
Yeah, there's that interesting like persistence between levels. Yeah, if you exit a level with a certain ability, you enter the next one with it.
And your health stays the same. Unless
I noticed that. I was like, what is this, a Souls game? The fuck?
It's so funny because like at first it's so easy. And you're not even paying attention to your health. Thing at all. You don't even think about it. And it being a Mario-esque game, like a platformer, your brain instantly goes like one hit kill. And then you get one hit and it doesn't kill you. And I never look for the health bar until I die. And then I'm like, oh fuck, Kirby has a health bar.
Right, dude. Yeah. It's weird because it's, again, not a hard game. But then you get into it, and because like the beginning, they don't really introduce a lot of the mechanics, especially when it comes to like the level design being more complex and having these like alternate routes if you look for them, or you have to really think about what powers you're saving or holding on to, because once you consume an ability, you can drop it, so you can suck in a new one, or you can just tap one that's held, and that will be your new active ability.
Or you can blow your
lose
old
the
one back.
one that you had equipped previously.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many rooms I walked into and like got to the end and realized, I needed that.
To that.
Yeah, now I fucked that whole room up and I can't get the secret or whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
So, really, really cool. Actually, I was really pleasantly surprised by that. I was not expecting that level of depth. So that was pretty sweet. I enjoyed that quite a lot.
And he's cute as fuck.
Dude, he is cute. And, like, they take, like, it's, when you really think about what's going down, it's pretty atrocious. Like,
Kirby's terrifying.
It's a step up above, like, you know, thinking about, well, what happens to the Pokemon when they go inside the Pokeball? Like, you know, like, what are they just trapped in an endless void until they're summoned again? You know,
or they just cramped up, dude. Just
right.
Really just. Or I feel like in the anime, don't they like shrink down?
Yeah, there was at least an episode. I want to say it was like not even that long ago that was aired, and it shows one of the Pokemon in like what is basically like a custom designed habitat.
So they stole
like a
it from
TARDIS.
Digimon. Yeah,
it's bigger on the inside.
Absolutely, that's
they're
been
just
in Digimon
recreating
forever.
And chilling. Yeah. So that's cool. I think it helped some weird, crazy fans sleep a little better at night. But
yeah, definitely. It helps me a little bit, honestly.
No such luxury for Kirby.
I was just about to say that's like why Digimon. Just I always thought like kind of like I'm a Digimon kid. I like Digimon more than I liked Pokemon. If there would have been, or if and I'm sure there probably is, and I don't know about it for the Game Boy Color, and if everyone else would have been playing it, because big part of those kind of games were trading, right?
Sure, yeah.
But I would have been on the Digimon game all the time. I just liked Digimon more. Also, I think it's what channel we had access to because it was either like Fox Kids or Warner Brothers, and we had Fox Kids. It was based on like your provider of which one you had.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah.
And with Digimon, they just hang out with them, or they're in the they're in the digital world.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because they're like computer generated or something, right?
Yeah.
So like computer programmed?
Yeah, it gets fucking deep
that's
and
fair.
confusing. But yeah, I mean they are just like digital life forms that can
Digimon, right.
digital monsters. Yes.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense now that I've thought about it.
And then like the recent games just are fucking we need to trade Switches so that I can play Skyward Sword and you can play the Digimon. Of course, I can't think what the name of it is. It's on the Switch, and I bet the PS4 as well.
Oh no shit!
It's a fun. It's Pokemon basically.
Okay.
But Digimon has different elements to it where you have to meet different criterias in your Digimon for them to be, because there's different ways that Digimon, they don't just evolve from this to this to this.
Gotcha.
This Digimon can evolve 3 or 4 different ways.
Oh shit!
And then from that branch, that one can digivolve so many different ways, and thus far.
Oh damn! So your Digimon have like classing and subclassing.
Yeah, it gets deep,
cool.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I
might be more into something like that because like
Hacker's Memory is the second one, I think, and then there's Cyber Sleuth is what it's called. Digimon Cyber Sleuth.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to finish Skyward Sword. I literally do the same thing with every fucking Zelda game.
Yeah.
I get all the way to the end, and then I'm like, I just don't beat Ganon.
I just get scared.
It's weird. I get nervous too because like I just remember as a kid really struggling with the 3-stage Ganon fight at the end of Ocarina of Time, and like that shit is still here. Like I mopped the floor with Ganon.
See, I think of the Majora's Mask boss fight.
Oh, I've never actually.
I think I did that one once. I think I got that on the 3DS. Or something
Damn.
Like that. And that is a hard one. And it's just... I remember also, like, I think maybe I watched my cousins do it, or I watched someone do it at a young age, and it just being scary. That game is...
It is, dude, it's like, that game nailed some atmosphere. Like, dude, the well...
Oh yeah,
with those weird fucking like
the hands
skeleton monsters and shit.
Or the hand, like the toilet hand. That thing.
Oh,
that thing
is fucking weird.
Like it was weird and funny, but also there was just something so unsettling about it.
Yeah, yeah, dude. They did. Yeah.
Or like there's the mask you get from a ghost. Isn't that right? Like outside of town, you play it by a grave. You play your ocarina by a grave or something like that, like playing the person's song, and they like come and give you I don't know. It's spooky. I remember it just being, like,
game is spooky for sure. And I remember even the like for the 3 main like transformation masks. I don't know why I said that so weird, but yeah, transformation masks.
Yeah.
Like that the animation. Yeah.
Yeah.
out. I was like, yo, I'm not okay with this. Like, little 9-year-old me is like having nightmares.
And it has to like. There's so many times too where you're just like switching between masks, trying to figure out what you're supposed to do, and you just throw the Deku mask on like 3 times in a row, and it's just like, oh man, stop! I can't.
Dude, I know. Well, and just like the sheer fact that you're like straight up like sucking the essence of these heroic, entities into the masks and then transforming into them, and still you. That game was a mind fuck for kid me.
And
it's
the whole time thing too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a brilliant fucking game though. God damn. Oh, it's so good. I like that game makes me want to enjoy I'm trying to think of any other game that really heavily uses this mechanic, but where all of the NPCs are on they have their set routines, and then based on how you interact with them, they change. Stardew Valley has that has that component pretty heavily peppered throughout.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just if you want to build relationships with NPCs, you have to kind of figure out what their patterns are, where they're at a given time of day, do quests, and then you'll hit a milestone event of some kind, and that'll change certain people's patterns because they got married or they had a baby or their farm exploded,
so
whatever, and then they switch to a different route or pattern or something.
That's
like that.
Cool.
Yeah, it is, and like that. I mean, that was my first introduction to something like that, where like NPCs had more going on than just standing behind a counter. Shit was cool as fuck.
Have you seen the video of the guy that it's in GTA San Andreas, I want to say, where he follows just this random dude,
the old man, and then there's like a gang shootout like outside of that like weird hut.
I don't, because like he goes in, like the guy goes into the hut, and then like hundreds of them just like him just keep coming out. I didn't see the whole video, so there might be a part of that where
maybe we could be talking about 2 totally different.
Morgan
NPCs
was watching
too.
this video next to me, and I just kind of kept looking over. I'm like, "What are you watching?" And she's like, "Oh my god, look at this!" And like near the end, the guy's just like he followed this guy, just an NPC, just out into the middle of fucking nowhere, and it takes a long time.
Yeah,
and he just goes into the shack, and then he comes out, and another one of him comes out. So like him going there must have just triggered the like spawn point of this NPC,
okay.
And then there were just like hundreds.
That's wild, dude.
There, yeah.
I love shit like that.
Me too. That's such a fun. That's when you get into maybe it's the boredom of gaming. When like you start to get less sucked in. When you start making limitations or your own role play or just plan.
Yeah.
You started doing this, I think everyone does this as a kid when they're playing Grand Theft Auto, and after killing everyone and doing all the mayhem, you start to follow the rules.
Oh yeah, when you start driving and like following the road signs and the street lights and shit like that.
And you kind of start having fun with that. I remember being a kid and my best friend Noah had the Grand Theft Auto games. My parents, first of all, we didn't have a PS2.
Yeah, no
Second
fucking
of all,
way.
there's no way that we were getting Grand Theft Auto.
That game has hookers? Absolutely
and like
not.
murder like that?
Just no.
Like 2D murder was fine. I had GTA 2.
Sure,
That's fine. But 3D murder, no way.
No fucking way.
Not flying. So Noah's house, I remember we would like be pretending to be in the game and like use his bed as the car, and so like he'd be like driving and like right in the back and like pretend like I'm shooting out the side, like shit like we got into that. So when I love seeing on YouTube, see a lot of gamers that content makers that do the in RuneScape you see it a lot where they give themselves the limitations, the swampletics
and shit. Yeah, dude, I love that shit.
You do that with GTA and things like that too. All different. I love seeing they do soft locks or things like that with Pokemon as well.
Oh,
it's like
yeah,
you have to beat the game with just this character or like
none of this HM or whatever. Yeah. I love that shit. One, because you're like, well, I love this game so much, but you can only play through quote unquote vanilla so many times. You're like, I need to mix this up, and you're like, well, I'm gonna make this game harder for me, And then you see where like game studios will pick up on that and either implement an update to a game allowing that for an option. RuneScape does that shit some of the time.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jagex. Anyway. Hire more devs, you fuckers. Sometimes that shit'll get incorporated back into the game in some way, shape, or form, or the next iteration of the IP gets those features or something, which is always cool as shit to see.
Well, fucking wrapping it back around a little bit here with fucking Super Smash Bros. Where it used to be, you can't use this, you can't play with that character. And now you can just say, like, you can't use these items. I think in Melee, maybe even in the first Smash, they had it already where you could,
like the item control.
Limit the items that were coming and which ones they were, what stage you're playing on, because we're getting real here. Get the fucking weapons out.
Dude, get the items out, dude. Every time I play with somebody, I can tell how much you've played. Because when I turn items off, if you bitch, you're like, no, this is for you. Because I would absolutely fuck your shit up with items, dude. You have no idea. Like, every single item is a nuclear weapon, dude. It's not not a good time.
You don't want me to have Fox and a laser gun. Like,
fuck no.
Double laser gun? You're fucked, man.
Yeah, dude. Fuck that shit. Okay, so side note of Super Smash Bros. I watch a lot of like tournament upheavals and shit like that on YouTube. And so like 25% of my YouTube shorts are generally just clips of absolute just disrespect in a tournament setting for Smash Bros. And dude, some of the technical shit that these players are capable of, I don't like. I have a fairly decent understanding of the core mechanics, and like, so I'm not out there button mashing. I'm not anywhere near where these guys are at, dude. I can't even articulate it. It's fucking insane.
I thought I was good at Smash. I thought I was pretty good at Smash.
Yeah.
And better than anyone that I'd played against.
Sure.
And then I played against someone who was like training for tournament play. They had like, he wasn't like the best or anything.
Sure.
He just played.
That hurt your feelings a bit.
Oh my! No, like it was cool to see of like, holy fuck, of just opening your mind. It was one of those things of like, I didn't know what I didn't know.
Sure, absolutely.
Oh,
I didn't know you could
do that.
Play like, what do you like? Are you like in the Matrix right now? Like, you're like 30 moves ahead. What do you?
Yeah, how do you know? Like, he's putting me somewhere, hitting me into a location, knowing how I'm gonna try to move to get out of it, so that way he can up kick, down kick.
Oh yeah,
kick me to the right into the wall. Yeah, it was just like mind blowing. Just so much fun though at the same time.
Oh,
you hurt your feelings a little bit though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, you're like, I am not.
I'm a tiny fish in a huge pond. I am the littlest fish.
I am the littlest of littlest.
Because he's like, yeah, I don't even play in tournaments. Like my friend does.
You're like, gee, what the fuck? Okay, that sucks
damn.
for me to know. You could have not told me that.
You're not even.
I'm not even the real deal, dude. You couldn't even beat the door, man.
Yeah, fucking all right.
Oh, dude, we did a party games night. This was a few weeks back. It was like some Mario Kart, some Smash Bros. And dude, I was getting my ass kicked up the wall in both games. And like, you've seen my Mario Kart trophy.
Yeah. We're not gonna talk about that.
Or I beat out a bunch of 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got the title.
You beat me.
I did.
And I'll give you that.
I appreciate that. And then I stomped like 5 other 12-year-olds.
But then I beat you after the tournament.
That's not what matters, though.
Because we didn't even get to play against each other in the tournament.
That's true.
That's how quickly I got knocked out. First round.
Yeah, that is upsetting.
Yeah.
I did not lose in the first round.
But
I
it also
won them all.
kind of feels better to lose to a 12-year-old than
Does
it
it?
does. Yeah, because they feel like they have more time. They probably play it more.
Not the kids I was playing against. Half of them didn't even know how to drift.
No,
there was like one kid that knew how to drift, and that made me nervous.
Yeah,
I was like,
feel
like
that was the kid I raced against.
Yeah, probably
because like I played against a small child. He was only younger once, and I was just kind of like, all right, I'm gonna like destroy this kid, but I'm also gonna feel kind of bad about it.
Dude, if we were playing with cabled controllers, would you have unplugged that kid's controller?
Never.
Dude, I would have tripped over it for you.
That was one where I was kind of like, I felt like items should have been turned off. But then I guess the fact that there was a bunch of kids that had never played the game.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man.
I mean, yeah, it's not Mario Kart without items, right? But like, at least turn the blue shell off. I don't know if you can. I've never even gone in to try to do a custom match on it.
I bet. Well, yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know. I think there's something you can do with the
I would
items
think,
setting.
with Smash Bros. Having the custom ability. Did I say that? Is that a word?
Custom ability?
Custom, yeah.
Rising? Would it? No.
That.
Yeah.
I would think that Mario Kart would also.
I would think so. That'd be a nice feature. Although there's so many different ways you can cancel blue shell anymore, so that's nice.
It's true too.
Although when you're in first place, it's like, okay, well, all I'm getting are fucking coins.
Yeah,
so.
I might get lucky here, but probably not.
You have to drop down to third to get a music box, or something.
A music box?
Yeah, the one that releases the concussive sound wave.
That's so funny you call that a music box.
What is it? What is it?
I don't know, but it's just I don't think of it as a music box. I think of it as like a EMP or like a.
I mean, it has like that sort of effect.
Sound blast.
It looks like a music box. Like it looks like one with a crank.
I'm gonna have to look at it next time.
I'm pretty
pay
sure.
More attention to
That's
it.
or like a Jack in the Box is kind of what I think it looks like a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Now the more that we talk about it, the less I can picture it.
That's fair.
So I'll have to just pay more attention.
Just take my word for it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to look because now I'm like 0% confidence in music box. I have no fucking clue.
There's somebody just screaming like
just yelling just in bumper to bumper traffic, listening to this episode. Like, you stupid motherfucker! It is clearly not a music box. Yeah, maybe it's a penguin. I don't fucking know. But Kirby existed before Smash Bros, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%?
Yeah,
okay.
I believe 92, I want to say, is the first Kirby game.
He's been out there. 92. Yeah. Shit. All right.
So it's like Kirby's Dream Land is on the Game Boy. It's the first one.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then he's got some game on the Nintendo. And I did find it interesting when I was looking at it that I'm probably wrong on this, but I feel like it was this game was the first continuation of the handheld games in quite a while.
That could be. I was reading something that maybe was suggesting as much also. I don't know. I didn't read too much on the chronology of the games.
And maybe I'm wrong, and maybe this was the last until something later on.
Oh,
I might have it
that
backwards.
Could be too.
Yeah.
It does have some cool characterizations, and like the baddies are all pretty different.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, just the simple pleasure of coming across a new enemy and be like, oh, what kind of ability do I get to absorb from this guy?
Yeah. And how can I implement it? Like, am I supposed to pick this one up?
Right? Oh, dude, that's the worst.
First time seeing it.
Like, okay, so my hands down favorite ability has to be animal. Yeah. So you kind of look like a badger.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You got the claw attack.
I love it
because
he's got that cute fursuit on.
Yeah, dude, it's super cute. And like, dude, when you get sprinting, and you do the claw attack, you can like you basically jump up and latch onto their face and just beat the absolute dog shit out of them, and then they're just like, pew pew pew,
like a fucking mongoose, dude.
Dude, it's some brutal shit. But that will fuck up a boss, dude.
Well, in that first kind of, it's like almost like a boss. I feel like the first time you come across that big, is he like a mole?
The blue guy?
No, he's the
Squeak
animal. The animal the one that you get this power up from. He's he's bigger than the rest of the enemies.
Are you talking about the mouse that wears like the pirate hat looking thing?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm talking about the where you get the animal suit deal that we were just talking about, where you have the claws and you.
So I'm the only animal other than like the squeaker captain dude.
Yeah, because he drops the claws.
He does drop the claws,
but
I mean, otherwise they just look like a badger or something.
Yeah, but they're bigger than the rest of the.
Yeah, they are bigger.
You know,
but I thought you said they were blue.
No, I didn't say anything about that.
Okay, well, I made that up, and that's where
you said something blue.
Oh
and
shit! Damn. All right, we do know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of the same thing.
I'm just saying I like the art design.
Yeah,
dude,
it's pretty cool.
Like, he's just a cool looking enemy. There's a few enemies you come across where you're like, I like that. That's cool.
Yeah. There's it's so funny because we're talking about like it's a pretty easy platformer. If you get hit though, you do lose some HP. It's not a lot usually. You lose a little bit, but you also lose whatever ability you have active, and it just reverts into a star and starts bouncing around the map. And then you've got what, 5-8 seconds to suck it back in.
Yeah.
The panic. The absolute fucking panic of trying to get that fucking thing, especially when you're in some of those weird enclosed maps where they can like ricochet all over the place.
And if you're in a spot where I don't know if you'd encountered a boss fight like this yet. My first trouble with this was with the boss that you're about to be up against, which is in the cloud zone.
Shit.
And it's like a big floating robot cloud that makes electricity and shocks the shit out of you and will charge you.
Oh, great.
It also eventually will start to wipe away the platform that you're on because it's clouds, and it just gives you like a few to stand on. So if you get hit and you lose your star, you have the choice, and like your brain will instantly try to suck that star back in, but then you're gonna fall to your death.
Yeah.
And you got to just choose to let that go, or maybe you'll get lucky and it'll bounce to you. But you're also trying to avoid the boss, and it starts to get hectic there. And that's one where it's the first time I noticed the enemy that's like a flying, like it's got a cape, and I don't know exactly what it is. But it's like
it looks
across.
like a miniature the knight, the bad one, Meta Knight.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of like a very simplified version. He's just like a purple orb with a cape.
No, you're thinking of the ninja.
Oh, yeah, it might be.
But that one does look like Meta Knight. Yeah, totally. No, this one is like, and that's probably, you probably just haven't encountered it yet, because the first time I encountered it was in this boss fight.
Oh, well, shit.
And he shoots him out across the top, and so I'm like, oh, that's the key, right? That's
grab
that's
that
the
guy,
guy I
suck
need
his
to
powers.
beat this new guy. So what it is it's like you look kind of like Thor.
Okay, I'm fucked with it.
It's like Kirby is Thor, but he has this like thunder punch that he does like up.
Oh, sick.
Which is great because this guy's above you, but it also doesn't work out great just because of like where you're landing, and if you come down and you hit the guy when you're coming down, it hurts you and you lose the power.
Yep.
So all that was for naught.
Dude.
And it's also not easy because these guys are at the top of the screen. So you have to float up to the top of the screen, let your breath out, try not to hit them with your breath, because when you let your breath out, it's an attack.
Yeah, very weak attack, but
when
still.
you're falling, you have to suck him in.
Holy shit. What a fucking complex, it's so simple. Mm-hmm. It's all so simple, and you just add it all together, and it does allow for some pretty complex scenarios, which I like to. Now, I will say, just as complex as it can be, other times it's extremely simple. I think it was like the World 3, it was either World 2 or World 3 boss. It was a mole or something that comes up out of the ground on the left and the right side alternating, and it just like lobs cannonballs or something. Yeah, I was wearing the animal suit, and you just run up close to it and just fucking it was like a 12-second fight maybe, and I was like, oh yeah, dude, fucking strong boy. Fuck this guy up. And then straight to the Cloud Kingdom, where I'm just getting my shit pushed in left and right.
Yeah.
Okay. The difficulty's kicking up a smidge.
It does. And it really just gradually gains too. And it just stays of what I've noticed is that saying, keep it simple, stupid. Yeah. You know?
No, that's good.
If you're in a boss fight, just fucking take a moment, dodge the attacks, read the situation. And if you're like me, and I'm sure you are, you got through those first levels where you're just fucking beating up on the boss super easy, and you're done. Yeah. Well, it stops being like that. You're not going to get through it as quick. So you got to like take your time.
Yeah, you have to be kind of methodical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when it's just keep it simple. Don't fucking get ridiculous with this. It reminds me, it's so funny because it's so cute. It's so fun. It's so welcoming. I feel like it's a great entry-level game for people that don't play video games. Yeah. But at the same time, it kind of reminded me of Castlevania in the boss fights, where because of the timing and shit like that. You know, it's
I
all
was
about
gonna say
reading.
Souls-like in that, like, my instinct is to get out there and pummel, but the reality is like, no, you like, you need to get the timing down, dodge, get an attack. Don't get greedy for the second attack. Take your one, dodge, and just whittle them down.
And that's like one way that'd be really interesting to play this game. Like we're talking about limiting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
No power-ups. Unless you absolutely need it to like progress into the level.
Damn.
No power-ups because you don't need power-ups to beat the boss. Any of the bosses you can beat without power-ups.
That's true, because they always have something that they kick out that you can suck in
projectile.
and spit back out,
Yeah.
without consuming a power-up. Shit, you're right. Oh, that'd be tedious.
Yeah. And
some of the like the mini boss encounters where they go into like those little sandcastles or whatever the fuck they are.
So that's the Squeak Squad, right?
I think so.
Did you figure out that there's a whole mechanic to it where the story of the game is that somebody stole Kirby's strawberry shortcake?
Right. Criminal offense.
And he instantly, I love that he just instantly is like, King DDD.
The motherfucker, dude. I swear to God.
You just like walk in and just beat this dude down. And he doesn't have it.
No.
But like while you're there, I think the Squeak Squad shows up and they steal some shit or like you're...
I think they steal a chest or something from King DDD or whatever.
It dawns on Kirby that they probably have his strawberry shortcake.
Dude, is Kirby a bad guy? He just instantly kicks the shit out of the king, and then he's like, my cake is in another castle. Peace.
So then he's chasing after this group. They like fall through a hole together, all of them.
Yeah.
And I think it's into probably like their kind of kingdom or something like that. I don't know. But in each level, there's a purple chest, a big purple chest.
Purple one?
Isn't it purple or is it blue?
So there's like the little red ones, but then like the white and gold one?
Sure. But mine
one of
wasn't
us is
colorblind.
Yeah.
So, wow. I'm really
either we played a different
this
game or one of us is legit colorblind.
I mean, yours didn't say mouse attack when you started the game up, did it?
No, I did have the English version.
The American?
Yeah. Not the English. The NA version.
The NA, non-alcoholic version.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
So, anywho.
Yeah, regardless.
You get the chest, and that's when the Squeak Squad shows up.
Yeah, you're right, because they steal it from you.
You have to like fight them off and keep it. And yeah, that little castle that they go into, that's like, if you don't get there in time, they will board it up, and then you don't get a chance to get in the chest back.
Oh, yeah. I did notice that typically, like you go through some level, not a level change per se, but like, you go into the door at the end of one area, it loads in the next section of, the side-scrolling area, and then, you spawn in, as does one of the Squeak fucks. He's got a chest, and then it's usually almost like a race to get to the end, and you're dodging some stuff, opening some gates. So I know there were some where I could get to whoever had the chest before he goes in the sandcastle, and you can beat him up and just take it then.
Yep.
Otherwise, they'll go in there. I've never been delayed long enough that that I've seen they'll board it up. So that's...
Yeah,
that would suck.
Yeah,
because that's a level restart right there. If you want to get it, you don't have to. Right?
Yeah, exactly, and that's where you can always go back through, and that's the replayability in this game.
It's insane. Because we looked it up and we're like, this game would be perfect since we're kind of on a crunch timeline to try to get this the next episode out. It was like 2-hour gameplay runtime. I was like, bro, I spent more than 2 hours.
Oh yeah,
and I maybe made it. I almost made it halfway, I think.
There's 7 levels, yeah. So
shit. Well, yeah. Okay, so almost halfway. Yeah.
Yep.
But goddamn, there's so much shit. Like I replayed a couple of levels just to I was like, I really want to know what that fucking door is,
Yeah, absolutely. And I went back so many times because I was just like, I need health, I need power ups, because I'm doing a boss fight and I'm just getting my ass kicked. Of like, all right, I got to go back through and
get some shit.
Yeah. Maybe I got the wrong power up. We're going to talk. So, speaking of power-ups, my favorite power-up is magic.
Oh, dude, with the doves and the cards?
Yeah.
That one's, I finally got that one literally earlier today.
Dude, the way that he walks with the hat.
Dude, he just fucking big pimp walk, dude.
He's so
got
cute.
a swagger.
And then if you climb a ladder when he has it on still.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's so funny. I can't even describe the animation because the hat just like waddles back and
Just like
forth
super
as he's,
aggressively.
like,
yeah.
as he's going up the ladder.
Dude, it's so good. Oh,
That or the laser. The laser is awesome. And
the laser is pretty
the
cool.
levels that are like designed for the laser, because anytime you get the laser, it's like, oh, this level is like, there's all these perfect angles, and you shoot the laser, it hits the angle, and it just keeps going until it kills an enemy. And so
Wait, the laser ricochets?
yeah,
Oh.
hell yeah.
I did not. I'm not gonna lie. I got the laser one time, and I like tried to use it because it's got like a weak instant attack option, and then you can press and hold to charge it, and then it's like And then I did that. I just did a test fire of each fire mode at one time, and I was like, "That's cool, but I like a faster rate of attack," and so I ditched it.
Oh no.
Damn.
Yeah.
I really only fucked heavy with the animal one, but like I was trying to like
just speed through.
test some of them out. 'Cause some of them have like a main attack or like a quick attack, a charge attack, and then some of them have like a movement based attack, like the fire one. You can do like the charging fireball.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. It's I think you have to basically double tap direction input and then your attack button, and you just do like a falcon punch.
Oh, that's awesome.
And like the distance is actually pretty crazy. Like you can shoot across gaps with it.
Oh, that's sick.
And the Sonic level, the one made for the wheel power or ability.
Yeah.
Because I got the wheel ability one time, and you're just going until you hit something, and I died instantly because I just went right off a ledge, and I was like, oh, that's booty. But that one, I was like, dude, is this Sonic? Are we playing Sonic right now? That one was fun.
I love being the wheel.
Yeah, that was cool.
I saw a little gameplay of the newest Kirby for the Switch.
Yeah.
And it looks hilarious. There's one part where he like breathes in a car.
What the fuck?
And he just drives the car around. He's like, he doesn't become the car. Like,
it's just a car in him,
he's
and
just,
he's just
on the car. Yeah.
Oh my god. What is it, like the Mario Odyssey of Kirby?
Yeah.
That's actually okay. So like, no cap. After playing this game, I really want to play Kirby games now. Like straight up. Like,
yeah.
I'm a little annoyed that I didn't.
No.
I just haven't. Yeah, I had no idea. I was like, I never thought of Kirby as being cool. It was never.
It's not presented as cool.
No, it's the kid version of Mario, and I love Mario, but I'm also not a huge 2D platformer kind of fan. But that's some cool shit. I'll fuck with it.
Yeah, I think it's the accessibility of it is what, because platformers, especially as far as Mario goes, Mario's a hardcore platformer. I always felt like, maybe it's because I just played it mainly as a kid, but to me, like, Mario is not easy.
No.
But this is easy enough. Like, it's easy to start playing and to figure it out. And although it's not the easiest, every level is beatable. You know?
It feels like you're playing an arcade golf game. Like, every hole is beatable in one shot, but you can also take 12.
Yeah, either way,
fine.
You're gonna play the hole at 9.
Right. You'll still get it all done. Yeah, I enjoyed it, man. It was definitely a different kind of platformer, but also not. It's like on the surface, it's just so generic. But like you get into it, and I'm like, this is actually fun as shit. I'm having a good time.
And there's something just charismatic about Kirby. The enemies, the art style. Did you feel? I remember the last episode I said there's something really satisfying about Kirby, like playing the Kirby games.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's everything together, like the music, the level design, the enemy design, like all of the characters. They're all pretty unique and have like a lot of their own flavor, whilst still just kind of filling the same spot, right? Like. All the enemies are about the same size. For the most part, if it's a bigger enemy, it might take 2 hits. If it's a little enemy, it takes 1.
Except for that one guy.
Except for that one fucking guy. Or like the rock ones. Those ones fucked me up a bunch. They always spawn in the stupidest spots where you're trying to do like vertical ledge grabs. And I'm like, why is he here? And he doesn't, when he jumps down from ledge to ledge, it's not like a a little yeet where he gets like 2 feet in front of where his jump point is. He just rolls straight off the edge, right in your fucking face, dude.
Like,
every fucking
what do
time.
you expect?
I mean, no, it makes fucking sense. But the first time I ran into it, I didn't know every other character when they jump down off a ledge, they jump 3 feet forward.
The dude moves like the slowest.
I know
possible.
it's just like 2 pixels at a time. Like
Metal
I should have
Kirby,
seen it
or
coming.
I mean the rock Kirby.
Yeah,
That's so funny too.
it is.
How
You're so
heavy
fucking
he
slow.
is. Yeah,
And like he can still float.
It
Slow
takes
as
a
fuck,
while.
dude. Although he finally does have that down B, like where you can slam into shit.
And you go, that's what this
That's
move
where that comes
is
from.
from
Yeah.
Smash Bros.
Which was cool because I definitely like thought I missed something in the like 3-part tutorial where it explains like the the buttons and the controls, and I'm like, where's the down B move? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're not playing Smash.
No, it's not Smash, but it's still cool. I will say though, being naked Kirby is kind of fucking scary. Like,
It is.
Yeah, you can suck shit in, but then they start introducing characters like your baddies that you can't suck, like the little like those little red dudes that they'll usually hover in place or they'll kind of float up and down, but they never aggro you unless you touch them.
Yep.
If you touch them,
They get really scary.
they fucking turn into the flaming skulls of death and chase you down, and like you can't suck them once they're aggroed.
Yep.
It's terrifying.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
if you don't have an ability equipped, you need to find something to suck and spit. It's fucking
right.
Dude, the panic.
You need
dude.
to find something to suck and spit.
Dude, that's the episode now.
That's right. Like, yeah,
Suck
it
and
is.
spit edition.
I love it when they say the episode name. God damn it! Now I have to edit that out. That's disgusting.
Do you though? There's some good shit. It could be. I don't know. All I can think of though, after playing Kirby for not really even that long, but I keep looking at people and things and just like,
What power would you
dude,
have?
what would I? Yeah, what would I?
What do I get out of
glean
eating
from
you?
Steve if I
If
sucked him down?
slice him up and eat the ribeyes.
Yeah, if I open him up and slurp out his essence, what am I getting? Anxiety?
Or just the star.
Or just a star? You're not even a fucking main character, dog. You're just
like
a
compressing
star.
the stardust back into a star.
Dude. Like, how insulting to be a baddie and then you get sucked in by Kirby, and then like, because you suck them into your mouth and then you hit down in order to ingest them, and it either turns into an item and you get the ability, or it just turns into nothing. Like, dude, you weren't worth shit.
I should just left you alone.
Dude, just a fucking vapless void, dude.
Well, and there's some that I wanted, like the rabbits. I wanted them to have a power, like to give me like a crazy hop.
Like, yeah,
or
like a big
something.
jump or something, or literally anything.
Like fast movement. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah. But that you can only do so much, right?
Yeah, it's true.
That's why it'd be really fun to play one of these new ones.
Yeah, where it's like getting extra creative.
And I could be wrong. I kind of played some of the first one. I did way
Dream World?
back in the day, Dream World, yeah. And I don't think you get powers in those ones.
Really,
Yeah.
just raw platforming.
Yep, and like you get the you like suck them in, and then you can shoot them out.
Oh, but you can't like
And you can
ingest
get
them.
rid-
For
You can like
sustained
ingest them,
power.
but they go away.
Interesting.
Like, nothing happens.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think you pick up power up items or something like that.
Sure, that could
But
be.
you don't actually like get them from enemies. And I could be
That's
wrong. Maybe I
interesting.
just didn't get far enough into it.
Could be. Who knows? I mean,
that
would make
also-
sense as like a progression from title to title too, though.
It's on. A lot of them are on the Switch. Like how you have the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and the Game Boy. They are on those, so you can play them.
Oh damn! Hell yeah!
And it is.
I always forget that that's the
so
built-in
cute.
emulator.
Kirby's originally white because
Really?
the Game Boy was like black and white.
Oh no! Yeah, that
And
duh.
green and whatever, but
Sure.
the like original drop design, so he's just like gray-ish. I
Oh, that
guess.
makes sense. Did you see in this one you can change
The color.
Kirby's color
Yeah.
based on what unlocks you get?
Yeah.
Dude, I saw it and I was like, this is dumb. And then
No, it's not.
dude, it's
Onyx-
so cool.
I love Onyx.
Dude, I
Kirby.
was lime fucking Kirby, dude. Like, I'm still lime Kirby, dude. I'm so proud of it too. I'm like, yeah, dude, that bitch is lime. Fuck yeah, dude. That's my Kirby right there.
That's my Kirby.
Dude,
there are many like it, but this Kirby is mine.
Yeah, dude, seriously. Yeah, no, I legit want to. I would absolutely. I didn't play Mario Odyssey, but I would absolutely pick up Kirby Odyssey or whatever the fuck they're calling it.
Yeah, for the Forgotten Land. Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Oh yeah, is it an open? No, I'm thinking of the new Sonic game.
It might, I don't know. I didn't see a lot of gameplay of it. I just saw a teeny bit. That's another one I really want to play. Is the new Sonic. That did actually look pretty cool. Fun. What was I gonna say? It's gone forever.
That's okay. If it loves you, it'll come back. Yeah.
It probably doesn't. I didn't love it.
Don't beat yourself up too much, man.
I'm beating it up. It wasn't good enough.
Beating it up.
It didn't make the cut.
It didn't even make it out.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's
damn.
the cut, man.
That's how you know.
Yeah,
that's how you know. We
it didn't
cut
even make it
content
past
before it even
my
happens.
lack of filter. So if it doesn't make it past my lack of filter, shit. Oh man, I am a bartender.
Right.
And I was at work the other day, and I went to fill up a bucket and a sink. Right?
Sure.
So we have a sanitizer bucket. All of a sudden, I'm being punched in the fucking face with sulfur.
Okay.
Like, just the worst fucking smell. And I'm fucking, I shut the water off. Well, my boss is like, fucking grab the bleach, pour it down. Thank God we have bleach. I didn't even know we had bleach. So pour the bleach down, and I fucking went heavy with the bleach, right?
God damn.
And I said to him, I was like, oh man, I went a little, you might want to back out. You know, I put a lot of bleach down there. And he was like, fucking good. That was gnarly.
What was it, a drain backup or something?
It was something going on.
Drain burp or
some shit.
Gross, dude.
And the bleach, you couldn't even smell the bleach. It was just like they just leveled each other out.
Neutralized each other.
But all of a sudden, I was fucking high, dude. Just like I got Jankum high.
Dude, I bet Kirby would do some Jankum with us.
Fucking A, dude. He helps everything.
Hell yeah,
that
dude.
dude would be a blast.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was so funny though. I just like, I'm sure it was a combo of the bleach and the just
whatever the fuck it was,
waste,
demon.
human waste.
Yeah,
Huffy and I did.
Gross.
But my instantly was just like, God damn it, I just did Jankum.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Jesus
really
Christ, dude.
Yeah.
That is absolutely foul, and I appreciate you sharing that with me.
Yeah,
that's great.
It ended up happening again the next evening.
Jesus.
And luckily, I was,
Is there a dead body in your pipe?
There's something going
Jesus.
on. Yeah, they always
One
have
of the
some.
cooks fucking
There's
killed the guy.
something backing up all the time somewhere, so there's something going on. It's
Dude.
on like a sacred burial ground or some shit.
Oh Jesus Christ! Yeah, just over there on Maine, just fucking.
Oh man, they're finally coming to get us.
Oh, that's how they're getting their revenge.
I just work here.
God damn it! Leave the shit at the bottom. Quit bringing it back up.
Don't haunt my ass.
Dude, I swear to God, the city plumbing here is pretty fucking ass sometimes. You remember on the north side how much shit would back up?
No, I never had that issue.
Not for us specifically, but you remember hearing
no.
something would happen and then everybody's like, yeah, I had shit puddling in my basement.
No.
Oh.
No.
Because it did happen to us once on the forest, or at the forest house.
I don't recall.
Well, you wouldn't because you didn't live in the basement. I did.
Yeah, no, don't recall that one.
Yeah, me and the brown recluses were real unhappy about that.
Even the hole in the wall that was boarded up.
Dude, that thing was so sketchy.
That's the spookiest thing to me. I think I wrote a few short stories about that.
As you fucking should. Honestly, though, I'd be worried about writing anything, putting pen to paper and describing anything about that house.
Because
for fear of the ghosts coming back. Like, hey,
did I
tell
write like that even.
Yeah, you remember the fucking doll under the stairs?
Yeah, that was the funniest thing.
Dude.
The fucking walking into the landlord's like, yeah, that's doll under the stairs. I don't touch it. You guys can if you want. I just don't.
Yeah,
I've
that was
never moved
it.
it.
And just like, yeah, and so then the other bedroom's over here, and you're like, could we take just a quick step back here?
I still say, judging that guy, he was just like, this is going to be the funniest thing ever to do to somebody.
Dude, it also would not surprise me to know that he just, like, noped the fuck out of there every single time he goes down. He's just like, I'm not touching the doll. As you fucking probably shouldn't. Which we did a lot.
Well, we didn't for a while. We had a pretty good, fair truce set up.
Yeah, nobody touched the doll.
Very obvious how easily roommates can fuck with each other now with a haunted doll.
Yeah.
Like, we just said, nope, we're not doing it. And then Dylan moved it into your hamper, I think. Is that where it started?
Hamper,
it
so
started
it was like right at eye level, because I'm a side sleeper. And I'm sleeping on my side. He stuck it in there, so it's literally at eye level at the other end of my bed, just making eye contact with me when I woke up, dude. That shit, dude, not fucking funny, dude. I legit died on this spot.
Dude, and then you put it in my room because I think
so, dude. At that point,
it was.
Yeah.
And then it was just fucking fair game.
Yeah, that shit sucked.
Did we throw the doll out?
No,
I thought we threw it out.
Did we?
Thought as our exit we threw the doll out.
Why the fuck would we have done that?
I don't know.
That seems like a risky fucking play. Like, well, we're all moving to different places, so can't follow all three of us.
It's like, no, I thought I kept it. No, I thought I kept it. No, I know I kept
you
it.
all. Fuck, dude. I've never even seen a doll like that. Like, it was a pretty nondescript porcelain doll, but like,
yeah, what do you like? Are you a doll expert all of a sudden?
Fuck no.
Seen a lot of American dolls.
I fucking hate dolls, dude.
There's a doll museum, I believe, in Ogallala, or no, maybe it's just in Nebraska.
Dude, fuck every ounce of that.
You don't want to go?
No. Dolls are fucking weird, dude. like every time I think, like, somebody's like, oh, I have dolls, and I immediately think of that old lady's house that has like 800 dolls in like one room. Like, she's like runs like a B&B or something. You know what I'm talking about? The bitch got 100 dolls in every fucking room.
Yeah.
No, sir. I'm not fucking around. No. I don't. I'm not a superstitious person, but like, why tempt it, dude? Why fucking tempt it? No, I'm good. Unless there's like sex dolls, I would stay in a room with 100 sex dolls in it.
How do you feel about animatronic creatures? Like,
okay, so I'm just gonna say this: everybody's sweating and pissing Five Nights at Freddy's right now because the new movie came out.
Yeah.
And like I've always like it's just like it's been so far in the fringe of my peripherals. I've just never had a good understanding of what it is. I know it's like demonic Chuck E. Cheese horror stuff. I get that.
But I mean, like, just like, you went to a Chuck E. Cheese ever?
Yeah, they're fucking weird. Animatronics are creepy as fuck.
Yeah, that's
Not
more of what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Do not like.
He's okay.
Animatronics.
For the record, he's
really butthurt that he can't
locked
be in
out.
here.
He did some moves. He said some things that we can't have on the microphone.
Yeah, dude.
You know?
I told him he's not allowed to be racist when we're recording.
I mean, he was the most racist cat I've ever met.
Never met someone just
so
filled with spite. God damn. What did all of these minorities ever do to you, fam? He's a good cat. He's sticking his whole face under the door and just yelling.
There was in Sioux City, there was a pizzeria. It was a Chuck E. Cheese.
Sure.
But it wasn't Chuck E. Cheese. Like, it was
off-brand,
like off-brand.
Local, whatever.
Pizza Peddler is what it was called. And
I feel like I've heard of that.
There was this coyote that rode on a tricycle.
Oh, God.
That came out with your pizza on it.
Oh, what?
And I could be wrong, but in my memory, there was also like animatronic band, but like it never really like worked.
They never worked.
Or, like,
yeah,
it never played. And they were like just the like there was skee ball. It's one of those things that, like, looking back on it in my memory, the coloring of it is all like
fucked up,
beige and brown.
Yeah,
Like, it's
dude,
like liminal space almost.
Yeah, it's not like it feels like a psychological thing for children. You're like, what are we doing? What are we conditioning children for?
There was also so the wildest thing about this place to me was it was in this building called the KD station. And I believe it was an old train station building. And it was tall. It was a huge building. And this was like high up in the building. I bet it was like it must have been like the penthouse of the building.
Okay.
Because it had a fucking bumper cars in it.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Like another section of it that bumper cars.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty big space. And in the same building below it was a bowling alley. So it was a cool spot to have a party at, right? But I had a nightmare about being in the elevator going up and the building catching on fire.
Oh, Jesus.
So maybe like
okay.
Now it's like what reality am I recalling reality, or did I mix my dream up? You know,
sure.
But in my brain, that place was fucking freaky.
Yeah, just bad vibes.
If anyone knows what I'm talking about.
Well, dude, okay, think of any restaurant, like presumably kids, themed restaurant that has animatronics in any way, shape, or form. Does anyone have a memory of being in one of those where there was any natural sunlight coming through anywhere, like at all? They didn't have laser tag or anything. Dude, you need to calm down, dude.
Stressing out, man.
Yeah.
I could hear you. Yeah. We're happy now, aren't we? Oh, yeah.
It's like, I'm coming in. Oh, here's Johnny.
Here's Johnny. Here's Jack.
You little fucking freak, dude. Snack. Yeah, I don't really fuck with animatronics.
Yeah,
not a huge fan.
I've played a Five Nights at Freddy's game, and if you know me, you know that I don't like horror games.
Yeah, no, me either.
I can watch horror movies. There's certain things that are off limits that I don't. Especially now as a father, like I can't fucking watch scary movies with kids, and I'm just like,
right,
and that's a lot of them. So, Shin used to buy scary games for me to play.
It's the most Shin thing I've ever heard.
One time he bought me Five Nights at Freddy's.
Gross.
And it like launched me out of my chair.
Ugh.
They are jump scare games, and they're great if you like those kinds of things. Absolutely. But like, are the games catching heat, or is it the movie that's catching heat?
I don't know. Like, so, I mean, I've always assumed that Five Nights had like its own semi-religious following of big fans, that grew up playing them or something or whatever. I know that it has a big history, that IP, regardless of what it is, right? So not surprised to know that fans are excited that things are happening with it. That's cool. But like everyone, like people that I don't associate with being a horror fan, like remotely are like, oh my God, the new Five Nights at Freddy's movie, blah, this and that. And I'm like, so I almost wonder if like it's a big thing amongst Roblox kids or something.
Well, I almost wonder if it's from people that watch streamers,
Oh, sure, that could be it too.
I could see that being a fun thing to watch. It's all right. He ain't messing nothing up. But I know I think a lot of, I know what you're talking about, where there's a huge grabbing of an audience that doesn't seem like it's something that they would be into, and especially how like much it's treated to me the same way that Minecraft is treated. Sure. Where I remember when it was for kids. I remember when it wasn't for kids. Computers. I remember when it was just a game, and then I remember when it was for like kids, and then now I see on YouTube or wherever people probably now in their 20s being nostalgic for growing up playing Minecraft,
sure,
and things like Five Nights at Freddy's. That's where I associate it with. Is just like it's in that younger area where I just wasn't in the same loop.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
we were playing different games.
Playing different games. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, totally. Like, I wasn't playing anything. Well, that's not true. I was playing Zelda games and stuff. I was playing some Zelda games. Yeah, never. I mean, yeah, just not a big horror fan in general.
Well, I think you'd be surprised if you looked at when Five Nights at Freddy's came out.
Like the first, the
I
first
think
game.
it'd
I
make you
have
feel-
no
I think it'd make you
context.
feel old as fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Let's not delve into that any further.
I'm gonna say 20. I bet your 20s, 25.
When the first game came out?
I bet.
Oh. What? I thought it was so much older than that. Okay, well. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. That's weird.
Yeah, let me pull it up. Let me fact check this.
Yeah,
real
check
quick.
this out for me because I'm gonna. That's so weird. I will say it does look like the horror games in general. Like it's a good time to be a horror fan, I guess, especially if it comes to games and shit.
Yeah,
'Cause
that is very
They're
true.
coming out with all kinds of shit like Backrooms, Phasmophobia. Yeah, more of those types of games. Like I don't keep a finger on the pulse.
The first video game was released on October 8th, 2014.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So, wow.
So you're probably like 23, 24.
Yeah, 14. So,
That was close.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah, 23, 20. Yeah, wow.
So
That's
like I
not-
said,
Yeah, that's not that old.
for us, we would have been looking at that around that time, just being like, there's like it's a cool game, or like, it is what it is, but it's
Yeah,
like, there's a
I'm
bunch of
playing
kids playing
Half-Life
that or
and
something.
Halo and Call of Duty.
What do you think is 2014? Why were you?
I'm thinking when I'm 23, like
are you
Skyrim.
catching up?
Yeah, I was catching up, dude. You know my background. I've played like not Zelda for the first time when I was like 20.
Yeah,
19,
that's
20.
fair. Yeah.
So
Yeah, and then I guess around 2014 we move into the Forest House, and you get that Xbox.
oh yeah, I just started
Right.
going ham, dude. Just downloading every single game, playing it all. Fuck yeah, dude. No wonder I never finish a game. I'm like, well, I gave you 20 hours, dog. Got to move on.
You've been doing this experience a game thing that we do for the podcast longer than you even knew.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, my true calling.
Yeah.
Ah, finally realized. What a blessing.
That's what friends are for.
Thanks, dog. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Big fan of Kirby. 10 out of 10 would play it again. Honestly, I legit don't have any complaints about this game.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna finish this one.
Straight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I would say my only issue. I mean, I think it worked well for us being a shorter game. I would say that's maybe its only downfall. But the replayability factor is pretty huge. A lot of collectibles to grab. A lot of secret areas to explore. Mini games galore. Like, no complaints.
No, I'm with you there. I love this game. Like I said in the last episode, this is a game that got me into Kirby.
Yeah.
So-
Any title that makes you like get an itch for more. Good game.
Yeah, I
I
love
mean, complaints be damned. I think that's an easy tell.
it. And he's so fucking cute. A funny thing with Kirby too. Look up sometime. They try to get all the other artists, or I don't know if they're just not all of them, but just people that work at Nintendo to draw Kirby like off.
Oh, like from memory or something?
It's so funny. It is
Yeah,
the
dude.
funniest
Because it's such a
thing.
nondescript, like,
Well, he's super
ball
easy, and it
of-
shows the artist shows just like how easy he is to draw.
Yeah.
You know? And then everyone just like they
just
fuck
fucks
it
him
up.
up. Yeah, dude. That I could see that. That's pretty great. Dude. There's a reason you're not allowed up here is 'cause you sit on my keyboard.
Don't make him get mad at me for letting you in here.
Too late. No, I'm kidding.
Well, then, so I'm excited for what we're about to do.
I'm tentatively excited. I am. I love is not the right. I want to love a good Pokemon game. Okay, I do, and I've just never really been able to sink my teeth in So I'm always eager to give it another shot, honestly.
And I so wonder if it's... Yeah, we're going to play Soul Silver.
Yes.
This is the game, you know, like when I was a kid. This is like, because I had Red was my first Pokemon game.
Sure.
But then Silver was just like, I think that's when I really had like, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that's when I got also a cable. So like me and my friend could just trade whenever we wanted, all the time. It just opened the game up, having a trade cable. And so Silver to me is probably my favorite Pokemon game.
Sure.
I've never played Soul Silver. Once you play Silver enough, especially like in my time frame of when this came out versus, you know, what else I was playing and things like that, I wasn't too interested in playing Soul Silver when it came out.
Oh, okay.
I've played Silver. I don't need to play. You know, I didn't want to play Remake. Now I'm totally down to play Remake.
Oh, so it is a remake then?
It is a remake of Silver.
Huh.
And I think it brings in some elements from Ruby. So you get like, and I could be wrong. This is all kind of a long time ago thoughts. You know, like I feel like I'm remembering being advertised as where like you get the running shoes like you have in Ruby, so you're like instantly moving faster. It's the not the spice of life. What's the word I'm looking for?
Quality of life.
Quality of life.
Yeah, QL update for Silver.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
And the other reason I'm super excited, the reason I'm really, really excited, is having BB on, Tyler. He's the Pokemon genius.
At least in our immediate friend group,
there is the character, the Pokemaniac. Have you played Pokemon games enough to run across Pokemaniac?
Is he the Tingle of Pokemon?
No, he is a trainer that you. Oh. He's like a trainer that you run across. That's this like tall, nerdy looking dude that's kind of crazy about Pokemon.
Okay.
Great friend of ours. I can't wait to have. It'll be fun to have a third person on the podcast.
It'll be our first guest spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. About time.
And we're giving ourselves 3 weeks to play it due to the way that Thanksgiving is, you know, and this way we have some extra time to dig into it.
Yeah.
What I was saying though, I am worried. I wonder because it's nostalgic for me. It's baby's first RPG.
Okay.
And I think that's why everyone really loves these games. And then as they get older, they don't like Pokemon games as much because, you know, it just doesn't have, you know, once you've played it, you've played it. But when you have this certain nostalgic spot for it, I get the comfiest feels for it. I have Silver on my 3DS.
Oh, really?
And there are times where I don't know what to play or I'm trying to fall asleep. I'll just play that in bed.
Oh, okay.
It's just a super comfy feeling. So I'm excited to check out the remaster for sure and curious to how you're going to feel about it because I think, and I bet a lot of people think that it's the best Pokemon.
Interesting.
You know, but that's also, it's so nostalgically based that I bet it's totally based on your age of what you think is the best Pokemon game.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know,
that's totally
your first
fair.
One or your, you know, one of your first ones is probably your favorite one.
Well, and like the specific Pokemon that are introduced, or you know, it's constantly changing and growing with the different generations. So yeah, there's a bunch of different elements that kind of factor back into that.
This was so Red was huge, or like red, yellow, blue.
Yeah.
Back then, it just felt massive. 150 Pokemon.
Yeah, it's so many.
And just the whole island, or the whole country area, you know. Then there's Silver that comes out, and I'm going to spoil this for you if you don't already know this.
Okay. Hit me.
You beat the Elite Four, and then you can travel back to the place that was where the first games took place at. The Johto and the Kodo regions, I think, are what they are.
Yeah, that sounds familiar enough.
And it's like a different time, so certain things are different.
Huh. That's kind of cool.
It's really cool, and then you can go catch. I think I could be wrong, but I believe it has all the original Pokemon in it too, as well as all the new Pokemon it introduced.
I could see like especially if you grew up playing Pokemon and like having that callback and being able to go and visit those other areas in a newer game, which I'd be shitting my pants for. Like,
yeah,
dude, I remember in Wind Waker, because the whole thing is like Hyrule underwater, right? So you've got the islands, the mountaintops from Hyrule that you're visiting essentially, and then at some point you get like a portal or something that takes you back down to like Hyrule Castle and Hyrule Field in like this weird time bubble, and it just like being able to just see that, it was just going through these old areas in a totally different context. It's just so fucking cool.
Yeah.
So I could absolutely see something like that, you know.
But you have to question, like, do you need that backdrop
for it to be that cool?
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you know.
Yeah. I mean, but we'll see.
I'll let you know
if you can beat the Elite Four in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm gonna have to let you know. We'll see if I can actually. Well, I don't even know what comes before the Elite Four, but
so you got to beat all of the gyms. I think there's like 8 gyms you have to beat.
Jesus Christ!
You have to have all. I mean, that's like end game, right?
Woof. Okay, so
ish.
I will be impressed if I can beat the 8 gyms.
Yeah, I mean,
honestly,
I'm giving myself 4 gyms.
Oh,
is what I'm gonna like.
Okay, well then I'll be impressed if I can beat 2.
I'd give you 4. I feel like 4 is
yeah.
like probably a fair. It depends too. You could get sucked into this, you know.
Well, so I also have to finish some upstairs remodeling. One of them's going to have to take priority. So either Mike and Lexi are sleeping on the floor when they come down for Thanksgiving, and I'll have beaten the 8 gyms. Or they have a bed to sleep in, and maybe I get 4 of them done.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll catch you later, trainers, on the next episode of Pocket Cast.